Over the weekend, Blizzard made headlines for reportedly banning fans at Overwatch League events from making the OK hand gesture after one fan threw one up during an interview with LA Gladiators DPS player Decay. And guess what? Blizzard was right to ban it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Just don't try, dude. Please don't do this. No one is defending this. Like, literally, the only people defending this are just random idiots on Twitter. You're taking the long way out. Just please delete this video. No one's gonna agree with you. It's your only way out, dude. Honestly, we kind of got why they banned Pepe. I mean, like, Blizzard banning Pepe, it's like it was made on 4chan. They don't want to associate with 4chan. They can do that. They can just like take that road. No one's gonna like it, but it's kind of, you can see the reasoning there. This is just stupid. There's no justifiable way you can say that a symbol that has existed in the general dialogue for decades is just now inappropriate for any reason. You cannot make that argument. But I guess you're gonna try.
I know what you're thinking. It's just a harmless hand sign. Zenyatta does it in one of his win poses. It's a spray in the game. It's nothing. The problem is that it might seem innocuous, but it's been co-opted by people with ties to white supremacist movements.
Dun dun dun. There it is. White supremacy. It was always there. Did you not see it? But for real, no one knew this was associated with white supremacy that was doing it on camera. No one was thinking about this. They go on to say that the person that started all this, or that did it behind the interview, they didn't know it had anything to do with white supremacy. I mean, you go on TikTok for 5 seconds and you realize what all these people are doing it for. It's that dumb hand game. You look at the symbol and you get pranked. That's why they're doing it. It's childish and not very funny. It's kind of cringe mostly. There's no ill intent behind it whatsoever. But Uncle Blizzard's coming and everyone stop what you're doing right now. You're gonna create an ethno-state. Don't you see that the white supremacists are doing it too? Who cares what it's associated with? Lots of things can be associated with white supremacy, but this symbol is associated with so many things. Why is it this one thing that it's associated with, the thing that supersedes everything else? It's like, does that mean that the white supremacist movement should just claim anything and it's theirs forever? It's like, oh, you don't want to be associated with us. We like hot dogs. You just don't. If you eat hot dogs too, you're just like us. You see? Because that's just how this works. It's like they're the more powerful version of J.K. Rowling. She can retroactively make any of her characters gay, and Richard Spencer can retroactively make anything racist. It's incredible.
And I know some of you are already in the comments telling you that it's not a white supremacist symbol, it's all just a meme, and I'm an idiot. But listen, calm down. I was like you a week ago, and then I did some research and found out what's really going on here. A group of people on 4chan decided to troll people by flooding Twitter with claims that the hand gesture was actually a white power sign as part of something they called Operation OKKK. Now, this wasn't true at the time and was just intended to mess with people.
I'm going to thank you for bringing this up, because most people that make this argument pretty much ignore this fact that the whole thing was just a freaking hoax to begin with, meant to trick people. The whole point was to take something that is widely used already and turn it into something that people would have to distance themselves from by making up that it's always been racist and that racists have been using it for this long time. When people bought it, it was supposed to make them look stupid. And now white supremacists use it for real. And guess what? They look stupid too trying to use it. They're buying into the hoax just as much as any people afraid to use it now. So this is kind of like the big pull back the curtain thing. It's like, this is all made up. It's all artificial. It's not genuine. The white supremacists didn't even come up with it themselves. They stole it because they liked the way it looked or whatever. They wanted to seem savvy or something, or relatable. They just look dumb. They like I said, they bought into the hoax just as much as the other people. Knowing this, why do you continue to make the argument? You should be using this to make the counter argument to doing this. This is the perfect piece of evidence that shows they shouldn't have banned it, because it's always been made up. It's always been a joke.
The problem is, like with all memes, it got completely out of control. What's fucked up is that actual white supremacists have decided they like using the hand sign. It got so bad that the Anti-Defamation League has stated that while the OK hand gesture isn't exactly a racist hand signal, it has been used by some white supremacists. Now, the ADL also says that context is super important. Like, if I said, that's okay, and then did this, you know that I mean that's okay, and I'm not being a racist.
Again, this is another reason why this decision is stupid. There will never be context behind any of the people doing this on camera. There's no context to be given. So why is it that you assume that it's white supremacy without any context? You're basically saying you need context to prove that you're doing it for a good reason. Otherwise, it's racist. By default, this is racist. All other meanings need to be proven. But otherwise, you're doing this as racism. It's white supremacy. It's awful. You can't do it. That's a fucking retarded standard. Because it has meant so many things before it. It should be the other way around. You need context to prove it is white supremacy. And save someone being a white supremacist, a known one, and doing it on camera, you're not going to get any context from the people just doing it behind the people's heads. You're not.
The problem is when you try to hide the gesture. We've seen plenty of times in history that people who want to keep their beliefs and opinions hidden take up coded language or symbols to hide it from everyone. White supremacists have a fucking ton of these, and it's looking like the OK hand symbol is becoming one of these. And if you're still doubting me, that guy who killed 50 people at 2 mosques in New Zealand last month flashed the OK hand gesture during his arraignment in court.
This raises several questions. For one, why didn't they ban those symbols if they're so bad? Why are people still allowed to do all those crazy racist things in the arena? Oh wait, let me guess. No one is using them because no one in the arena is actually a racist. Wow! I can't believe it that there's no white supremacists at these games. And about the New Zealand point, it's like, that guy did so many things just to stir the pot. Like, he said subscribe to PewDiePie. Should they ban that too? Is that now banned from the Blizzard Arena? Because that guy's a white supremacist. He said it. It's just as associated with white supremacy as the OK hand sign. I guess it should be banned too. There's no point. It's been tainted.
Basically, it's gotten pretty clear that this, while it seems innocuous, has been adopted as a white supremacist symbol, even if people aren't necessarily aware of that.
Oh, brother, this guy
But people were mad that Blizzard made the ban, and I guess it's kind of understandable. It feels to them like they're losing their free speech, but I don't actually think that's what's happening here. And listen, I get it. It sucks seeing a thing you like get turned into something racist. You're gonna fight back against it, but it's not about free speech. It's about not wanting to be associated with racist ideology.
First of all, I don't think anyone's making that argument that they're losing their free speech. Blizzard's already banned stuff in the past, so everyone that's a fan of the Overwatch League already knows what it's like. This isn't their first rodeo, so to speak. What people are mad about is this idea that people are saying this is turned into something racist. It's like, for something to turn into something hateful like that, it must lose all previous meanings. It means that everything it meant in the past ceased to matter. But that's not true. Everyone knows that's not true. So for them to say, yeah, this is turned into something evil, like you're saying, this is turned into something associated with a hateful ideology, they just fundamentally disagree with that. So to say that's why it's getting banned, it's less of a, I want to say it and you're not letting me. It's more of a, I don't understand how this could possibly be your standards. Because any sane person sees that at its root, the hand gesture means the same thing. It just takes a racist person to call it racist for it to mean something racist. Otherwise, it means whatever it's meant before.
The fact of the matter is, Blizzard gets to say what goes in their studio. They are not treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the OK hand gesture, at least until all this blows over and racists lose the fight.
This is just so unbelievably stupid. How else do we win other than continuing to use the symbol even though they want it to be theirs? by us giving it to them, they win. That's how they win. There's no other way to get it back. What are you going to do? File a legal complaint so that they have to stop doing it? You're going to take them all to court and say, they stole our symbol. It's ours. And we need to win so they lose. And what else are you going to, like, hunt them all down and tell them to stop? The only way it means anything else is if we continue to use the meanings it's always had, and not just say, okay, let's all stop for a couple years, it's going to blow over and they'll forget all about it. It's like, no, they're going to take that as one of their few victories and never let it down. It's just so stupid. It's this whole thing. It's just like, well, give it to them. They decided it's theirs. It's like, no, that's how you lose. That's what they want.
Because history has shown that they will lose, and you'll get to do your dumb hand gesture again. Blizzard has done this before. They banned Pepe memes from the Overwatch League a few months ago because it was an innocuous meme that took on racist undertones, and it's not okay to use anymore. Look, let's be real here. The okay hand gesture is a fucking white supremacist thing now. Don't be mad at Blizzard for banning it, be mad at white supremacists for taking an innocent thing and ruining it. Or, you know, be mad at me for telling you all this or whatever. Blizzard is even protecting some of their younger fans from falling down the slippery slope of racist memes, whether they intend to be racist or not.
I don't know what this guy's talking about anymore. They're protecting children now? That these people, these little kids are going to turn into Nazis from seeing this thing. They're going to turn into hateful people. How does this transmit a political message at all? How is any person going to get any idea out of that? That's the whole root of why this is so stupid, is because it literally, on the surface, you can't get anything out of it. And while white supremacists might say it means something, the vast majority of people don't know it and it doesn't mean anything, and it means completely different things to them. It's not like that no one uses it, and when they use it, the people don't know what it means except the people that are also white supremacists. It's like, no, to 99% of people it means something else. It literally cannot transmit any sort of ideology unless they just go up and talk to the kids. It's like, hey, you want to hear about Hitler? A little kid, it's gonna be awesome. It's like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Blizzard got it right. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at white supremacists for turning something innocent into something disgusting. Pepe was associated with racist memes, so is the okay hand gesture. And I don't want to see racism anywhere in esports. And I don't think you do either.
Thanks for watching.